What is a USDA loan? With this loan, there's no down payment required. Hi, I'm Genevieve Partsch with Hearthstone Real Estate. If you enjoy my videos, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel to keep update with tips, tricks, market trends, and fun things to do in the Lane County area. With this loan, a USDA Rural Development Loan, it is 100% financing, available to those who qualify for this loan type. This is not like any other loan type out there. The only other similar loan is a VA loan, but you do need to be a veteran or an active military to qualify for the VA loan. There are some different loan programs through FHA or conventional, which can typically be a little tricky with qualifying, or if they have the available funds through that certain program. With USDA, you can buy an existing home or you can build a home. Yes, there will be a few criteria if you want to use this loan type to build a home. You will want to sit down with your lender. I want you to discuss these options and see if that's the right fit for you. Today, I'm just going to be talking about the guaranteed USDA loan program. Who can apply for this loan? Applicants must have an income that does not exceed 115% AMI. You're probably asking, what does this mean? It means that it cannot exceed the median income in the area you're trying to purchase. This is different than any other loan types. The USDA loan program will look at a household income despite the primary borrowers. You have to prove you are in that 115% of the area median income or below for your household, even if you're the only borrower on the loan. If you're planning to have a boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, family member move into the home with you, they have a job and they're making income, the lender will need that income included in that household income. It's not just always about the borrower. This can be different from a lot of other different types of loans. The household income does differ for which area you are looking to purchase a home. I'm gonna post down below some websites you can visit and take a look at the eligibility in the area you're looking to purchase and other house income needed for where you're looking to buy that house. You also need to agree to occupy as a primary residence. You cannot use this loan type to turn it into a rental property real quickly. The borrower for the loan needs to plan on living inside the home. You don't just have to be a US citizen. You can be a US non-citizen national or qualified aliens living in the US. All qualify for a USDA loan. Also, you must not be suspended from participation of federal programs in order to qualify for this USDA loan. As I work with clients, it's not always hard to qualify for a USDA loan, but it can be a challenge to find a house that is eligible for a USDA loan. Yes, again, the house has to fit certain criteria as well. Let's look at some qualifications to determine if this is a good choice for you. We have applicants that are non-self-employed and we have self-employed. First, we're going to talk about non-self-employed individuals. Lenders are going to be looking for 1 year history on your income. This does not mean you have to be on the same job for 1 year. It means that there are no gaps in your employment and you made roughly the same amount or held a similar position or you had a pay increase. Those are the types of things that a lender is going to be looking over. This does vary with self-employed individuals. They have to show 2 years of history of working for themselves. Lenders need to do this because if you're self-employed, running your own business, it can look risky to a lender in their eyes. That is why they want to see 2 full years of work history for working for yourself. But they're also going to want to see those tax returns. Let's do a quick walkthrough. What a lender is going to do is they're going to do basically is an average out how much you're making in a year and divide it up in 2 months. And then roughly use it as a monthly income on what you're making. With other loans like FHA, lenders need to see that you have reserves, maybe 1 to 2 months of mortgage payments in your bank account. With a USDA loan, they don't require anything like that. Additionally, applicants must show stable and dependent income and a credit history that demonstrates the ability and willingness to repay that loan. There is no minimum requirement for USDA loan. However, applicants with a credit score of 640 or higher are eligible for USDA's automated underwriting system. Makes the process a lot easier. Applicants below 640 mark may still be eligible. As an applicant with a lower credit score, you can show that you're making regular payments on your utility bill, your car, rent. This can help make you eligible for a USDA loan. With a guaranteed USDA loan, banks have overlays. You can get this loan through a lender. You do not need to go directly through USDA if you don't want to. But banks do have the right to set their own overlays, and one of them being they can set their credit score requirements. So even though I just talked about that USDA does not put out a set credit score requirement, the bank you apply with may have a set credit score to be approved for a USDA loan. All right, I'm gonna use this as an example. Let's say you're walking into your local credit union and they deny you for a USDA loan. You're gonna ask them about their overlays. They can be allowing anyone with a 640 credit score, but let's say the bank down the street is doing it for a 620 credit score. It can all vary, so make sure you check out the overlays. This does not automatically mean that you're denied for the loan. If this does happen, check with another lender. Question their overlays. It's always good to know what is making you not qualify for a loan so you can have a better understanding on how to fix it. The lender is going to look at how much you have coming in every month, whether hourly or salary. Before taxes, how much money comes in, they will compare that to the monthly payment they expect on the house that you want to purchase. That includes paying down the loan principal, taxes, interest, and insurance. They bundle that all into one. You want that number to be no more than 29% gross monthly income that you have coming in. The lender is also going to take a look at your DTI, debt to income ratio. Again, lenders want to see a DTI of no more than 40% gross monthly income. These are the requirements they will be looking for when they're reviewing your file to determine if you're a good candidate for the USDA loan type. All right, I'm gonna backtrack to when I said sometimes it's hard to find houses for this loan type. Let's just go over this really quick. What type of homes you can buy with this loan type? This loan is called a Rural Development Loan. This does not mean you need to go buy a farm or a bunch of acreage, but the USDA does set certain criteria that the home has to meet. One of them being the home has to be a single family dwelling. This means you can't go buy a duplex apartment complex. It has to be a single family. It can be attached or detached. It can be a modular home, a condo, or a manufactured home, as long as those are on permanent foundations. For a condo, as long as it meets the USDA criteria, since you're only purchasing the one unit and not the entire building. Number 2, the home must meet HUD 4000.1 standards. You're like, what does this mean? These standards are put out every single year by Housing and Urban Development, and these guide a lot of the government loans like FHA. Certain standards need to be met to qualify for the loan. Most of these newer homes meet these standards. If you're looking at older homes, take into consideration maybe it's rough on the outside, needs some TLC, it may not qualify for a USDA loan. But don't let this scare you from looking at older homes, because sometimes the home just needs a few cosmetic fixes to make that home financeable with a USDA loan or even an FHA loan. I don't know how many times I've helped clients make their house financeable. There is no maximum purchase price. The purchase price is completely set of the borrower's repayment and how much they can afford. Let's say you make a good amount of money and your debt is super low. You can then afford more house because you currently have less debt and you can afford a higher purchase price. This really does depend on your personal finances. Number 4, sometimes I'm asked if you can buy acreage with this type of loan because there's no set acreage limit. There are some factors to take into consideration. You can't just go buy 100 plus acres in the middle of the mountain. Acreage homes still have to be considered common for the area. But this all depends where you live and the criteria. If you live somewhere where it's normal to have 10 plus acres, you most likely will be able to swing a USDA loan. This is specifically for a guaranteed single-family housing. So if you're trying to buy a farm, that is entirely a different type of USDA loan. 5, there are no seasoning requirements. And no, I'm not talking about the spices in your kitchen. I'm talking about how long the seller of the home has to own the home and occupy it before they can sell the home. If you're looking at a house that has been flipped or recently renovated, there are some government-backed loan types like FHA that requires a certain amount of time where the home will be seasoning. The seller has to own it for a certain amount of time before they can sell the home to a potential buyer using an FHA loan. But a USDA loan, you can buy a flipped home or just renovated home because there's no seasoning requirements. Number 6, this is the biggest factor with a USDA loan, is that the USDA wants the borrower to purchase a home in a rural area. According to their terms and defined, a rural area is a city with less than 35,000 people, but you can still live outside the city limits or any rural areas. So I suggest look for those smaller towns and you're likely to qualify for a USDA loan. If you have any questions about USDA loans or any other types of loans, give me a call and I can give you some direction and navigate the best option for you. Below, I'm going to link the USDA website to the areas and specific addresses. Be sure to like and subscribe my channel and make it a great home buying day.